Now CBS 47 Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
Just in, President Donald Trump in Southern California now to tour the border wall, calling the border a humanitarian crisis. Fresno County Sheriff Margaret Mims is expected to join the president for a roundtable discussion there in just a few minutes. Right now, we go to Connor Powell. He's live in Calexico with the latest now on the president's trip. The president just arriving in Southern California minutes ago. Connor?
President Trump is expected to arrive here at the border fence to inspect it here any minute now, but he is under intense bipartisan pressure and is now walking back from his threat to close the U.S. border with Mexico.
I never changed my mind at all. I may shut it down at some point, but I'd rather do tariffs.
Last week, Trump threatened to close the border with Mexico if their government didn't do more to stop the influx of migrants coming to the U.S. The Customs and Border Protection Commissioner said late last month the agency was on track to encounter more than 100,000 migrants in March alone.
CBP is facing an unprecedented humanitarian and border security crisis all along our southwest border.
But on Thursday, the president walked back his original statement, threatening instead to close the border over drug flow.
Mexico understands that we're going to close the border or I'm going to tariff the cars. I'll do one or the other, and you probably start off with the tariffs. That'll be a very powerful incentive.
But Nielsen, who will join Trump on his visit to Calexico Friday, implored Congress to work with her on the humanitarian aspect now.
We cannot protect American sovereignty, enforce its immigration laws, or keep criminals from exploiting our system without something changing.
Now, after spending the day here at the border and meeting with border personnel, President Trump will head north to Los Angeles for a fundraising event later tonight along the U.S.-Mexico border in Calexico, California. I'm Connor Powell. Back to you.
Connor, thanks for that. And also breaking late today, the state challenging the Trump administration over its national emergency declaration at the border. Attorney General Xavier Becerra leading 20 states to try and block the declaration. Becerra filed a preliminary injunction late last night to stop Congress from paying for the emergency at the border. He's calling it unconstitutional.
We all have a responsibility to fight back as citizens, as elected leaders, and especially here in California, because California and our 20-state coalition now, we have much at stake.
House Democrats voted Thursday to authorize a lawsuit which also challenges the declaration. In New at Noon, former Vice President Joe Biden poking fun at the accusations several women are making against him. This is Biden's first public appearance since 7 women accused him of touching them while walking on stage today at the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Conference. He shook hands and hugged the organization's president. When he got to the microphone, here's what he said.
I just want you to know I had permission to hug Lonnie. We had permission.
Biden says he's going to be more mindful of people's personal space. He's expected to run for president, and an announcement is pending. Now to breaking news, CHP is on the scene of a serious accident with multiple people hurt. Officers tell us that crash happened at Central and Highway 145 in Fresno County just before 10:30 this morning. We're told the driver spotted a group of farm workers on the side of the road taking a break, and he tried to make a U-turn to go see them when another vehicle hit his car, pushing it into other cars on the side of the road, which then hit the group of people. One of them now being flown to a nearby hospital by helicopter. Another has been taken by ambulance. New at noon, the Fresno toddler killed by dogs recently is being buried today. The family of 2-year-old Josiah Chavez are gathering at St. Peter's Cemetery to say their goodbyes. Authorities say the toddler was killed 2 weeks ago by 2 Rottweilers. Those dogs got into his front yard in southeast Fresno and attacked him. The dogs have been put down. It is not yet known if their owners will face charges. Now to that bizarre shoplifting case in Fresno. It's going viral. Take a look at this here. A man caught on camera stuffing a chainsaw right down his pants. This happened at RG Equipment near Clinton and Fowler Avenues. Police say he had an accomplice getting help at the counter to distract the employee.
If somebody out there knows this fella, whether it be your neighbor, somebody that you may know just by passing by, call the police. Be a part of the solution as opposed to being part of the problem.
Investigators say the suspects got away in a silver late 90s Dodge Ram pickup with an extended cab. If you know anything, call Fresno Police. All right, it's finally Friday now, and there is a chance for some rain in parts of the area before it is all said and done. Here's the view in Yosemite right now. Meteorologist Lauren Wallace here with a look at what you could expect out there.
All right, you can see the clouds as you're looking toward Yosemite Falls, and in the Central Valley, we also have the clouds around really increased from the morning hours, where some of you start out with some peaks of sunshine. I do want to show you what's happening on your current radar loop. We've had the showers pushing in from the west, a long line of rain from Northern California stretching through the Central Coast, so some sprinkles starting to show up in parts of Merced County. We will see a lot of this weakening as it heads toward us, so don't expect intense rain today, but we are going to see some scattered showers. 63 in Fresno now, same with Visalia. Merced currently 60 degrees, and as we go through the day, expect temperatures to warm into the upper 60s, so similar to yesterday temperature-wise, but yes, we will be tracking a couple of spotty showers over the timing of the rain, and if anyone can expect some thunder coming up, but first I'll send it back to Joey.
All right, Lauren, thanks for that. See you in a few. Developing now, more than 80 women are suing a hospital in Southern California, claiming it secretly recorded them during sensitive procedures. Sharp Grossman Hospital in La Mesa now apologizing and says the cameras were part of an investigation into stolen anesthesia drugs. The attorney for the women says the video shows them going through things like C-sections, which no one would ever want anyone else to see except for their doctor.
I felt sick and violated, angry, just a bunch of different emotions.
I chose not to have my family in there because I didn't want anybody to really see me like that. And then here comes a video. It was just an intimate moment between myself and my newborn daughter, and now I feel violated.
The lawsuit claims about 1,800 women were secretly recorded between 2012 and 2013. The hospital claims those cameras are motion activated. Right now, the search is on for an Orange County woman kidnapped while on an African safari this week. It's intensifying now. Ian Lee's tracking the story.
Security teams in Uganda have expanded their search beyond the wildlife park, where Kimberly Sue Endicott and a local driver were taken at gunpoint Tuesday night.
The police has dispatched an elite squad from tourism police to actively pursue a group of 4 unknown gunmen.
The gunmen used Endicott's cell phone to demand a $500,000 ransom. Authorities tell CBS News hard negotiations are taking place, and the 56-year-old has been on the phone at least once a day to prove she's alive. America's official policy is not to pay hostage takers. Endicott, who runs this skincare clinic in Costa Mesa, California, was on safari at a popular wildlife reserve in Uganda when the armed kidnappers ambushed her vehicle. California resident Bill Toon was also touring the park at the time.
It very well could have been us. And it's a bit shocking. We've been working in Uganda for quite a long time, as well as in Kenya, and we've come to be very comfortable here.
Hundreds of thousands of tourists visit Uganda's 10 national parks each year, and local officials fear the kidnapping will scare off foreigners, like it did in 1999 after Rwandan rebels killed 8 tourists, including 2 Americans. U.S. officials tell CBS News it's unclear who kidnapped Endicott, but the fear is her captors will try to sell her to a terrorist group. Ian Lee, CBS News.
Back here at home now, Fresno Freeway shutting down tomorrow to make way for some bicycles. Parts of Highway 168 closed Saturday morning. For the California Classic bike ride, the westbound lanes from Shepherd to McKinley will close from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The eastbound lanes will be shut down from Temperance to Shepherd, also from 6 to 10. And for more on that, you can download our mobile app or go to our website, yourcentralvalley.com. When we come back here on Eyewitness News at noon, the major company now considering a move to the South Valley. Plus,
which dishwashing detergents